So the dog part is all of the owners are huge dog lovers, but also sailors.
The logo actually comes from something we actually saw.
They were coming back to the boat and they just see this dog
Running away with a bikini top from a girl.
and then a man chasing after the dog.
And all I could think is there's some lady somewhere out here without her bikini top.
So that's really how Nauti Dog became Nauti Dog.
Started with 3 people that all just love to make beer.
We just kind of thought it was really interesting that our friend could take like grain and actually make his own beer. We thought that was fascinating, and it was just like a bug, and it just bit us hard.
We were all kind of playing around making beer together, and we were like, we could probably do this.
First beer we made was not that good. But after we learned and did more research, it's kind of addictive. We were shown this building and we kind of fell in love with the location and the building and just the old brick and all the things that come with an old building we fell in love with, and we decided this is where we wanted to start Nauti Dog.
Originally it was a post office, and then it was a consignment store. It had a general store. From what I was told, you could get like nails and a hammer to a wedding dress. Like they had a little bit of everything in here. And then eventually we came around.
Beer is an organic thing. Just because you make the same recipe doesn't mean like it's going to act the same way as the previous beer. They're like children, so they each have their own personalities, even if they're from the same recipe.
That's actually probably one of my favorite parts about brewing, knowing what each grain is going to impart when you mash in, having a good idea and guesstimation on hop additions and which hops to add at what time, where, what temperature. That's the fun side of it, is taking a bunch of, not say nothing, but a bunch of stuff and making this.
When people find out that the beer here is made in-house, usually there's a little bit of shock factor to it, because I don't think they expected it to taste like that.
Having a conversation with somebody who doesn't know craft beer is one of the best parts about the customer interaction.
Coming here, I mean, there's a story with every single beer.
Do you have somebody who comes in who's probably not really had much craft beer in their life?
For me to point them in a direction and explain to them, hey, this is very similar to that style of beer, what you're used to.
And then convincing them to explore mildly outside of that area until they get further and further out.
They've gotten out of their comfort zone and are actually drinking different styles of beer and actually enjoying them.
So our motto is great beer, great friends, great stories.
So we kind of wanted an environment where everybody felt like they were at home.
We have a lot of regulars that come in and, we know them by name.
And like we actually care when you walk in the door and want to get to know you.
If you wanted to come in here and sit in a corner and have a beer and read a book, that would be fine.
We have games. I've noticed a lot of families come in here and pull the games out and play games. They go hang out in the courtyard when the weather's pretty.
You kind of felt like you were in a space that belonged to you, not a space that belonged to us.